Jennifer.
Pat, I have some questions about the M1 Abrams tanks. Have they been used on the battlefield in Ukraine, and if so, how many?
Thanks, Jennifer. I'd refer you to them to talk about where and if they've employed those capabilities. I mean, as you know, we've obviously provided them, helped train them, and provide some remote tele-maintenance capability. But as far as where and if they've employed them, I'd refer you to them.
And do the Ukrainians have permission to use them across the border in Kursk?
Well, as I highlighted, I mean, what we've agreed to with the Ukrainians is that they can use U.S. security assistance to conduct counterfire, defend themselves from potential Russian attacks or actual Russian attacks from across the border. But when it comes to the capabilities that they're employing, I'd refer you to them. And
overall, are they making a difference? There was a lot of debate at the time when they were being approved. Are the M1 Abrams tanks making a difference?
Well, again, I'd kind of take a step back and say, first of all, that's a question that the Ukrainians would have to answer. I would tell you again, though, that it's not about one singular capability. It's about how you take all of the capabilities, whether it be air defense, armor, artillery, and training, and combine all those together to create capabilities that support your strategic and operational objectives. And so certainly we've seen the Ukrainians fight very courageously, very creatively, there's no reason to think that things are going to change in that regard anytime soon.
Separately, on the Hill yesterday, there was a heated hearing on U.S. chips, supercomputer chips that have ended up making their way into Russian weapons. Senator Blumenthal hosted the hearing, and 4 technology companies, including Intel and Texas Instruments, were brought before the hearing. Why, first of all, is the Department of Defense concerned about American technology ending up in Russian weapons still 2.5 years into the war? And what can you do to stop it, and why haven't you been able to stop it?
Well, broadly speaking, Jennifer, as you know, there has been an interagency effort to place sanctions on Russia to prevent those kinds of activities from occurring. So I'd refer you to my colleagues at Commerce to talk more about those particular efforts. But that's something that the Department of Defense will continue to work closely with our interagency partners to prevent. Because again, certainly we don't want to see American technologies being used in places like Ukraine against Ukrainian citizens. Thank you. Constantine.
Thanks, Pat.